Hello, my fourth grade mathematician friends, and we're going today to look at rounding. So let's get a number out here to look at, okay? So here I have a lovely number, and it says here, if we're reading it, round to the nearest tens. All right, so what that means is you need to pull out that toolbox that shows that you remember place value, the places of each digit. Okay, so let's take a look at it. We have the ones, we have the tens, we have the hundreds, and we have the thousands. So we need to look at the nearest tens place. So remember, this is the ones, the tens, the hundreds, and this is the thousands. Okay? So then, with that in mind, you need to look at the tens place value because that digit, that 9, is sitting in the tens place value. And you need to round it. So what you are going to do is you are going to take and look to the right. Look at the ones place value. Look at the digit to the right. So look to the right and look at it. If it is 1, 2, 3, or 4, those are weak numbers. They're weak. They're not strong. Now, if you see the numbers, if it's like 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, those are strong numbers. They're strong. So, let's look at our digit here. Let's look at this digit. And we can see that it's a 7, so it's right here, and it's strong. It's strong. So what it's going to do is it's going to push this 9, that 90, and make it 100. So then the number will become 4,000. So 100 plus 200 becomes 300, and then the 9 and the 7 leave. They leave. Okay? So then you've rounded 4,297 to the nearest 10. So let's look at another problem. I want you to grab a whiteboard and marker and do this with me, please. Okay? So please write that number on your whiteboard, 2,741. Awesome. Thank you. Now we're going to round it to the nearest 100 because that's what it's asking. It's saying round to the nearest 100. To do that, we need to look at the place values. We have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. We have to round to the nearest 100. So there's the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds. So we are looking at this place value. Then we say, okay, so the 7 is what we are going to round because that's in the hundreds place. We're going to look at the neighbor. Is that 4? We're looking at the 4 because it's the neighbor. And is it strong or weak? Remember, if it's 1, 2, if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, they are weak. If they are 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, those are strong numbers. 4, if we're looking at it, is weak. It can't do anything. It can't lift and push that 7 up. So, 7 stays the same. Nobody can help it. 4 just says to the 1, I'm taking you with me. So then the 2 and the 7 stay, and the 4 and the 0 leave. And you've rounded it. You've rounded 2,741 to the nearest 100. Okay, let's look at another number really, really fast. So write the number down, 2,944. We're rounding to the nearest 10. We're going to look at rounding to the nearest 10. So we're going to say, here's the ones, the tens. So I'm looking at this number. Okay, then I look at the number beside it, to the right. I look to the right. And I look at it. Is it weak or strong? I ask myself. And I know right here that if it's 4 or smaller, it's weak. 4 is weak because if it's 5 and bigger, it's strong. So 4 can't help the tens. It can't help the 4 sitting here. It cannot help it. It's just going to say, I'm going to leave you. So then you have 2,940. Done. Questions? Let me know. I'll see you in the next video where you are going to look at doing the worksheet, and I'll walk you through the directions there. See you soon.